Hi, I'm Amy. I'm here with my friend Buck, and we are here to talk about putting some fun back into our dysfunctional lives.
Hi, I'm Buck, and I've been in therapy for a long time, and psychiatrist, you name it, I've done it. And so we're talking today about a subcategory of joy, and that would be fun. So I'm going to ask
Right.
Amy, what what fun thing happened to you this week?
Well, there's a lot of food trucks around these days, and my favorite is called Cousin's Maine Lobster, and it's really expensive, and it's really good fresh lobster. So I'd gotten. You can actually buy it online too. I got enough lobster, and I bought their lobster roll pack.
Okay.
So instead of having to go to the truck and get lobster rolls, I made my own, and we had people over for dinner on Labor Day, which is Monday, and we cooked a bunch of stuff. We sat outside, and they brought their kid who happens to be a freshman in high school, and he really liked the lobster, and so we made our little rolls. There was a little bit of extra lobster, and the kid was sitting by the lobster, and I could see him just digging right into the extra lobster and eating all the lobster, which wasn't fun because I was sad because I wanted to eat the extra lobster, but it's okay. So we had a really good time with these people. They're friends of my husband's, are they customers of my husband, and now they're sort of friends too. And it was just really fun to kind of, we sat in the backyard and ate lobster rolls, and my husband made a steak, and we had some other stuff, some salads and potato salad, and it was really good. So that was my fun time.
Oh,
So
well, that sounds fun.
it was fun. It was fun.
I didn't really have a lot going on for me this week. The I was kind of down over the weekend, so um, my ex wanted to go out and do stuff, but I just had him go out and do stuff. When you're in a funk, you can't.
It's hard.
It kind of hurts to. We actually did go to a store, and it was very hard for me to be in the store. I had to make a copy for this audition. So I had the audition yesterday, and it was an extension. And then I got a notice that they were casting, and it was my agent sent me the casting notice, and it's the very same one. So I guess they didn't find who they were looking for in the first round because I got an extension. So I'm guessing that they didn't see mine yet. So because had to send it in late. So I'm hoping that I still have a chance, but um, if they don't find someone from the first round of casting, they'll issue another casting call. So I don't know if it was just a clerical error or if, but I don't know. That kind of upset me and set me a little off. So anyway, so
Yeah.
today, um, we're still talking about joy, which we talked about last week. And part of joy is having fun, finding something
Yeah.
fun to do, like a hobby or reading or whatever it is you do that makes something fun. And being willing to actually go out and have fun. So, or to
Yeah.
try something new.
Well, or just how do you find fun? And because you mentioned like hobbies and stuff, reading and stuff like that. So, you know, you don't have to go out and do something big or have people over to eat lobster. You don't have to do that in order to have a good time. Fun might be sitting. My parents lived at on the Gasconade River for a long time, and they had a really great back porch, and they had all these hummingbird feeders, and it was so fun to just sit and watch the hummingbirds. And if you sit really still, they would come up and just be in your face. I might have talked about this before. They would just like buzz right there, and it was really fun, and it was really cool. But it was like it didn't require any activity other than going outside and watching the birds.
Right.
So, sometimes you can find fun. Sometimes fun is something like I went to Six Flags and that was really fun, or we had a big party, or uh, you know, you did something, something really big. But it doesn't have to be that. It could be, sometimes you just need to find fun, and in finding fun, you also find the joy
Right.
in life. You know.
Right.
So what did you used to do that made you feel happy, and that was like if you were like, I need to go have a good time, what would you do? That was a
Well,
functional thing
I
because you
enjoyed
could do dysfunctional things too. Yeah,
I enjoyed having my own opera company and directing
Yeah.
and putting stuff together, even though it was a big hassle. But I enjoyed that. But there were a lot of
Yeah.
things about it that I did not enjoy. And
Yeah.
you're dealing with a lot of people. Like Sweeney
Yes.
Todd was like 25 people, and you have to make them all happy. And some of them are volunteers, some are paid, and
Right.
trying to do rehearsals around people's schedule, that I don't like. And so I tried to
Yeah.
get the music director to do that because that's what we're paying him for. And so
Yes.
eventually he started to do it, and then it became a little more fun for me. Um,
Yeah.
like I have fun singing, but I don't sing anymore. So I don't really, and I don't really go out and see people. I'll go to the gym, I'll do
Yeah.
little things with my ex, but I don't really want to see people right now. I'm still in a bad
Right.
place. So, um, there's
Yeah.
loneliness, which we'll talk about probably next time.
Yeah.
Loneliness
Yeah.
and sadness. So right now I'm just in a funk where I know I could go out and do stuff, but I don't want to. And there's stuff I need to do, but I can't. So
Right.
I haven't really
Yeah.
had any fun. So
Oh, I know. I'm sad. I know when you lived here, it wasn't a good experience for you. But you and I did some fun things.
yeah,
I had fun with you,
yeah,
and it was nice to have somebody to go out and do fun things with, like go to the, just something as silly as going to the Goodwill and finding you those shorts that you
right,
wore. That was fun.
yeah,
It was a good time. Or going out to eat, or whatever. So,
yeah.
like I said, it doesn't have to be big things. It can just be something as small as like, let's go have some, burgers at, some joint or whatever,
I mean, I had
So, but it's
fun.
hard. It's hard to find.
I had
Hmm.
fun at my job. I didn't like the manager. Nobody
Right.
did. But like when I was actually, because I had my own bar, there were
Right.
two bartenders up front, and I had the back bar, and so the back bar was my kingdom. So I did have fun, and people would come in just to see me, and that was fun. It wasn't always great, but it was fun, and I think if you're going to work, enjoy what you
Do something you enjoy.
yeah,
Yeah.
and have fun. So I mean, I had fun every night. There was some thing that happened or someone came in that really made my day. There were
Yeah.
I loved when these waiters and bartenders would come in after their shift really late at night, and they came to see me because they had a shitty day. So
Yeah.
I loved it, like entertaining them, and I'd give them a hug, which I got in trouble for giving people too many hugs. But they looked like they
That's
really
silly.
did it, and they came to me for fun. They came to have
Yeah.
some fun because they had a really crappy day. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
So you can provide fun, and that can be fun too.
right,
Is like having cheered, and it is, you can have fun when you're doing something individually, like our hobbies, or you know, um, like watching something you really like on TV, or a movie or something like that. You can have fun by yourself, but it really makes it like bigger when you're with somebody that you really enjoy being with too.
right,
Or when you're doing things for other people too, that can be a really fun, fulfilling time, you know?
yeah.
So
Like
that's what you found.
this weekend. I mean, I should have gone to these places with my ex, but I didn't. I just couldn't go. But I felt really
Yeah.
bad because I knew for him it's more fun when I
If
go.
he's with somebody,
When I
you,
go,
yeah.
because then we stop at a canteen. We have the little burger and fries. It's a Quebec thing. It sounds
Right.
like McDonald's, but they're family owned, and you get like a
And they use mayo instead of ketchup on their fries.
they have a huge
Freaks
amount of
me out.
fries that you get. So we
Yeah.
we do day trips to different towns. Just
Yeah.
we don't really plan it. We just kind of go and
That sounds
kind of
great.
explore the town, and that's fun. But
Yeah.
I was just in a place. I am in a place where I just can't do it. I don't
Yeah.
go out.
I think that's a problem. It's one of those things that's sort of like a catch-22, because going out and having fun can make you feel better,
Right.
but actually going out and doing that feels terrible to
Right.
have to try to get yourself to leave the house and do all the things that you have to do to go have those experiences. You know, and I know I talked about this. I think I talked about this last time, but when I was in Missouri, we went to go see my friend's band, in a little town called Owensville. It's actually like right outside of Owensville. It's a little town called Stony Hill, which is even smaller than Owensville. They're really small. But when we were going, we were driving and it was like taking forever to get there, which was really only an hour. But when you're trying to find someplace, it feels
Right.
like forever. And my mom said, "We really love you because otherwise we wouldn't be going out here. I don't even like their music because they're a blues band."
Right.
But they can play straight ahead blues, which is kind of like soft and not depressing, but just like kind of puts you to sleep. But they have a lot of up tempo things.
Right.
And so when we got there, they were having a crawfish boil where they had flown in like tons of crawfish from Louisiana, and they also were having shrimp boil. Oh, I talked about it because I talked
Yeah.
about losing my shrimp. But all the way there, my mom was like, "We love you so much. We're taking you to this thing, and we don't really want to go to." And then when we got there, they were like, "That was really fun. The food
Yeah.
was great. The music was great. It was a really good time." And the trip back home felt much shorter because, like, when you know your way, it's
Right.
easier and faster. So anyway, but it was one of those things where it was like they didn't expect to have a good time, but it was a good time. We had fun,
Yeah.
So, um, you know, sometimes you think something's not going to fulfill you or make you feel happy, but then when you do it, it actually does make you feel better.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but
But
like I said, it's still hard to do it.
yeah, we had gone to the store the day before, and two of it's a copy print place, and um, there were two machines that weren't working. One was labeled that it wasn't working, and the one we were trying, and
It was also not
there
working.
was a big line. There's one like Muslim woman at the counter, and she is
Yeah.
overwhelmed by all these people who are complaining about the printers, but also people that want special print jobs or whatever it is they do there. And
Yeah.
it was really frustrating. This guy behind us, we went out to talk to her. He got in front of us. And so, Mario was like, we were here. And, he was like, oh, no, 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 no. I don't even know what language he was speaking. It wasn't French. And so, uh, we tried the one that wasn't labeled broken, and we kept trying it and turned it off.
And it was
turned it
broken.
on. Yeah, it was just broken. So we finally did it. But by the time we were done, I was so anxious.
Yeah.
I was so anxious that,
That's anxiety provoking. Yeah.
the next day when Mario said, "Do you want to go?" And I said, "No, no,
No, you're still recovering.
yeah, I can't go out. I can't do it."
Yeah.
So, because there's just palpitations, and he's like, "But you'll feel better if you do it." And I said, "I know I will, but while we're going to wherever we're going, it's going to be panic, and I can't do it." So,
Yeah.
like I said, I haven't really had fun this week. I hate auditioning. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I hate it. You have to memorize all this stuff, which is fine, but then you have to do it and you don't really know how they want it done because it's self-tape and
Right.
there's no feedback. So that's not fun. You just kind of send it out into cyberspace. They send it
Yeah.
out into cyberspace.
It's some kind of, who knows?
If you get a call back, that's the only way you know that they liked you. And
That they like.
Yeah. Everybody who, when you write something like a story, or you're telling a story, or you're reading a novel, rather, is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
You have a picture in your mind,
right,
of who that character is. And so whoever wrote the script, and when they send it to the casting directors, they tell them, this is what we're looking for. They have something different in their mind too. So you could be the greatest actor, and if you don't look or act the way that they want, have the mannerisms or the whatever, the emotion that they want, then you're not going to get
it's
hired.
so arbitrary.
You may have done a very good acting job, but you never know what they have in their head. And that's very, very, very frustrating. I was very frustrated yesterday.
I understand. My brother-in-law is an actor, and he had an audition for Beauty and the Beast, and they really liked him. But the reason he didn't get it was because he didn't fit into the Beast costume, which is already made, and they had to have somebody who could fit in the costume. So it didn't matter. He could have been Laurence Olivier or somebody, and or the most fabulous person in the world. It didn't matter because he didn't fit the costume.
Right.
And that's acting is such a, lots of people think they want to be actors because they love being on stage and they want to be famous, which is never a good reason to become an actor. But, it's the acting part is great. I think that's fun too. But yeah, the auditioning part is sucky. You
Yeah,
know, I didn't do a lot of it because I'm not an actor, but I definitely went for some auditions for things like a singing waiter or that kind of
yeah,
thing. And it's just they say thank you and that's it, and you never know like what did they not like about you, what did they like about you, was you where did you suck completely, what are they looking for, you just don't know, and that's even in a live audition.
yeah.
you know
I like live auditions. I like
it's
live.
better.
It's better.
It's better. Yeah.
As long as I don't have to do a monologue. But reading in front of
Yeah.
people, then they can give you directions. Say, no, can you do it like
Right.
this, or that was good? Can we? But even when they say thank you,
Yeah.
you know right away, rather than
Right.
sending
They
your
didn't like you.
into cyberspace and you never,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you
Right,
never
just go.
know.
Well, that's like sending out a resume for a job, and when I was hiring people, when at my last job, I would have one position, I would get 60 resumes,
Right,
and I would call maybe 10 of those, and out of those 10, I would maybe see three,
right,
and then maybe have two that would come for like a final interview with like the other people that had to do the interview.
right,
So but all of those people, it wasn't because their resumes weren't great, it was because other people's were better or because there were things on there that I wasn't looking for. And one lady, I just didn't want to interview her at all because she started her resume with a quote from Reinhold Niebuhr,
mhm,
who's a little bit obscure, but I knew who that was. But I was like, I don't. That just felt so pretentious,
right.
and maybe somebody else would have been like, "Oh, that's great," but I was like, "Don't do that. Just put on your. You don't have to like fancy up your cover letter for me. It's not fun for me to have to read 8,000 cover letters that are trying to impress me with somebody's quote."
Right.
But those people didn't know that. I didn't call them and say, "By the way, this is why I didn't call you." I just didn't. So I'm sure this. I've been in that position too, where you're like, "Well, I sent my resume, but haven't heard anything." And now everything, once again, all of the resumes don't go. You don't mail them out and have your resume go out there. You have to just like put it on cyberspace and
Right.
hope somebody sees it.
Right.
And it's really hard.
Yeah. You don't even know.
Not that I'm not going to have a job anytime soon, but yeah.
So I want to go back to having fun.
Fun.
So
Yeah.
I have a new friend online who has MS, and
As MS.
yeah,
Yeah.
and he's going through what? Do you know what this is? TIA.
I um I think I do, but tell me what it is.
He said it's like
There.
mini strokes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I don't know what it stands for, but I think my grandma had that too. Yeah,
Well,
and my dad might have had that.
he said people with MS have it.
I hope not
Yeah,
me, but yeah, I'm sure
but
it's
some
true.
people with MS have it. So
Yeah, and it's MS is like I've heard people say it's like a thousand armed monster because it can affect anything.
right,
It's in your brain. It can go anywhere, do anything. Mine is mostly in my brain stem, which is like your reptile brain. It's in charge of. Well, it's like your motor skills and things like that. So, but I live in constant fear that it's going to impact on like I can't afford to lose IQ points, so I just don't want it to impact on that.
yeah.
You know, so I feel bad for him. How's that impacting on him? That's not
Well,
fun.
um, we talk almost every day, but like yesterday, he was in a really, really bad place, and he said
Yeah,
it scared him a lot. So
yeah,
he
it's
wasn't
scary.
really able to function, and he has the weird sleep patterns that you have and stuff like that. So, and
Hmm.
I was thinking about, you're lucky in that you have your husband
Yeah,
and your
yes,
and
it's
your
huge.
family, and he's just kind of by himself.
Yeah,
So
that would be awful.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So uh, I was asking him kind of what he does for fun. So he does somebody's Facebook page, some organization's Facebook page, which he said he really enjoys. Which I guess is fun for him. If I had fun when I did the opera page. I mean, it was a pain in
yeah.
the ass because it's Facebook, so there's only so much you can do.
Oh yeah, yeah.
With the Facebook page group.
Right.
But I enjoyed being able to upload videos of our production or rehearsals,
Yeah.
stuff like that, and keep people. And I got a following, not quite the following we have here, which is I just looked yesterday, and one of our latest got over 1,000 views.
Oh,
Just, just
like
on
and subscribe, everybody. Like and subscribe.
right. I know. I was really,
And
really,
share.
I was really, really surprised.
Yeah.
So, and I looked at some others, and there were 700, 800. Which this is just Instagram. This isn't Facebook.
Oh, that's good.
Instagram.
Yeah.
So that's good. But when I had the Opera page, I had like maybe 300 people following, but they
That's all
actually
right.
really,
That's
they
pretty
really
decent.
did follow. They really
Yeah.
did follow, and they commented. You people can
Yeah.
comment out there on the YouTube.
Absolutely.
You can comment, but I got a lot of comments. I got requests. I sent out audition notices on that, and some of the pages in Montreal, Facebook
Yeah.
groups, the Montreal actors, things like that. And so technology, and because of our video, I'm in contact with him. So
Very cool.
yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah. So a lot of things can happen on the internet, and that can be fun.
Yes.
I find
Yeah.
though lately, because I'm down, I'm becoming obsessed with my phone. Like
It's
trying
easy
to
to
find,
do.
you know, people are contacting me on Instagram and Facebook, but like I just reach for it, and I think that I've gone through, and it's excuse me. It was bad last week. Like I kept reaching for it. I think I went through a period of mania
Yeah, it could be.
because I couldn't really sleep, and I would get up
Yeah.
really early. I'd wake up at 5 in the morning, and I'd look at my phone, and so, but I think it's past. But I think the downside of mania is depression.
Depression.
Yeah. So I don't feel that need anymore to look at my phone and contact people and post stuff, and because I was really really doing it because I was getting more followers too, so it kind of fed into it. So every
Yeah.
morning I'd wake up and there'd be like 26 new followers on Instagram, something like that. So um I don't know what fun is, because sometimes when I'm having fun, it's a mania that I
Yeah.
that I'm in, and it like I guess it releases, I don't know, serotonin or dopamine,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So it's making me happy, but then I
Right.
realize it's not real. It's not real, and so I have to
Ah.
get away from
Well, why is it not real? Just because it's happening during mania? If are you having? Do you feel like it's fun when you're doing it?
it. Yeah, but I notice uh, I am aware that it's not real. That it's something that I'm doing because I seek the dopamine or the serotonin.
Hmm.
So I realized that I'm just constantly, oh, I literally was constantly on the phone to the point
Yeah.
where it annoyed Mario.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and I couldn't help it because I was in a manic state.
Right.
So
And you kept on
obviously the
doing.
medication isn't really working. So,
Well, it takes a while for that stuff to. I mean, it is working immediately when you start to take it, but it just takes a while for it to like get to your consciousness that it's happening, and get to your to actually impact and help make you feel it. It's like kind of it's sort of like if you're trying to fix a clog and it's working, but you still have the clog, but the stuff that's unclogging is just having to work still.
right.
So it's working, but it's not. You don't notice it yet. So my guess is it well either it's the wrong mag,
Yeah.
or it's just hasn't kicked in all the way yet, and you just have to give it. Is you've only been on it a couple weeks?
No, no, no. I've been
No,
on it a
how long have you
while.
been on the mood stabilizer one?
I've I've been on mood stabilizers since January.
Oh, okay. Well, it
January.
should. No, maybe it's not the right. It's either
But
wrong,
I
wrong,
went to,
wrong dose.
they switched me to Abilify,
Right,
and
right.
Abilify made me anxious. So I
Yeah.
went back to, but I the other one,
Latuda? No,
no,
that's what
oh, was
I
Olazepam?
don't. I don't know.
Okay.
Lorazepam. Yeah.
No, no, oh, it's an O.
Oh, okay.
I can't think of
I
it.
don't know. I can't. I don't know it off the top of my
Anyway,
head. I'm not
I
not
went
as
back
into
to it, even
on
though
that.
it makes me kind of sluggish, but it keeps the anxiety away.
Yeah.
So I do that and
Okay.
olanzapine?
Lorazepam?
No,
No, that's what I just said.
olanzapine.
Olanzapam.
Olanzapine. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
So
that's all
they have different.
It's all kind of the same class of meds, I think.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I went back to it because the Abilify made me really, really anxious.
too groggy.
Yeah. No, it made me
Yeah.
anxious.
Oh, anxious. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not good.
I was anxious.
You
I was
definitely
really,
shouldn't do
I
that.
was really up. Like, like I
Yeah,
drank.
because anxiety is not fun.
No,
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
fun. So, and my anxiety keeps me from actually going out and having fun because
Right. Right. Like I
you're,
said, it's catch-22.
yeah, I'm afraid to go outside sometimes. There are days where
Not okay.
I can't, deal with life. I can't deal with people. I mean, that one of the reasons, as I took myself away out of the people equation so that I don't upset people, people don't upset me. But at the same time, it's kind of, it's lonely. So,
Yeah,
you know,
you need human connection.
yeah,
You know.
and I need stuff to do. So the
Right.
acting thing is really slow. So I think I might actually start looking like for a part-time job, maybe. Problem here is
Well,
that I have to speak French. So, yeah.
that's an issue.
But if I could be
Yeah.
an English teacher, you know, Mario and I
Yeah.
talked
Oh,
about,
that'd be good.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
you could
actually,
definitely do
I've
that.
done that, and that was fun. Actually, I had a lot of fun doing that in
Yeah,
Quebec City, teaching IT people how to speak English and how to
that's
read
great.
English. So I had the books. It was through a company that I never ever saw them. They just sent me checks, and
Yeah.
I had the books.
Amen.
Then I added all of this other stuff, which was fun because they
Yeah.
wanted to speak American English, not Canadian English, or not British
Right.
English. So the books were actually British English.
Oh, okay.
So
So I had to kind of modify
yeah, I had to
things like
change.
you don't say in the new.
Well, it would say, "I'll come round to your house at 8." I was like, "In a
Yeah.
carriage? In a carriage?
Yeah.
You're going to come round? Is the queen
Yeah.
to be with you?" Yeah. So I
Yeah.
had to change that, and I also added. I made a whole little extra booklet, an addendum of American
That's cool.
things that we
Yeah.
do, like do
Like
get,
slangy things.
make, fix.
Yeah.
So you get married, you get
Yes.
you're not drunk. So
Right.
if you translated French, it would be I am drunk. I am drunk. I am drinking. I am. It's all the same. So it's like
Yeah.
I am drinking. I am drunk. I will get. You can. Well, anyway, there's
I'll
a
get drunk tomorrow.
they
Yeah.
don't say that. They don't say get, and it's not in the books.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
let's do lunch. Let's do,
Yeah.
you know, um, pick up, fix. I'll fix you up.
Yeah.
Make me
Or
happy.
if you're in Texas, you're fixing to do something.
Right, fix it. Yeah, I said that too. And make. So make me happy.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
makes him sad, and so they didn't understand that. So I had to write a whole other book, and then we had like every Thursday was game show day. So
That's fun.
like
Yeah, that's good.
things in a blender, things in a kitchen,
Yeah.
and they have to do it in English, like blender. So they'd be saying mélanger,
Toaster, air fryer.
Like, oh, what is mélanger? And they're like blender.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was
No, that's kind of fun.
I gave them cupcakes. So that was fun. Your job can be fun. And I think maybe I need
Absolutely. Yeah.
a little job.
I know sometimes when people hear I'm a therapist, they say, "Well, how can you stand to sit and listen to people's problems all day?" I say that's like the smallest part of what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to hear what the problem is. Yes, what is causing you distress? What is it that we're working on? But then it's about the relationship. It's about like coming up with solutions. It's about finding ways to have fun and enjoy your life. And it's not about like, oh, let's just sit and listen to problems all day.
Right.
So, even then, it's difficult sometimes. There's hard things that happen, obviously. There's times where it's completely not fun. If somebody's in real distress, it's not an enjoyable thing. But there is something about being able to sit with somebody in their pain and
Right.
have compassion for them, which I wouldn't call fun, but I would say it enhances my life.
Right. It's
You know?
fulfilling.
It's fulfilling.
Yeah.
That's a good word for it.
So
Yeah.
you can find
And
fun.
sometimes,
Yeah. You
Yeah.
can find fun in your work. You can find simple fun, like hummingbirds coming at you.
yeah.
Me watching bunnies around Easter.
Yeah.
When the snow had thawed. just finding simple little joys.
Very simple little things.
And
Yep.
if you want, write them down so that you realize at the end of the day that you had
Yep.
an experience of joy, and the joy
Yeah.
is something small but fun. Okay.
Right.
So,
Then one more thing is, I know a lot of people have gratitude journals, which I think is a wonderful thing. Like, what are you thankful for? That's great. But I wonder if you need to have a fun journal too, like you're saying. Like, just write it down. Like, say, I really enjoyed painting my fingernails, or whatever it is.
right.
You know,
Yeah, that sounds
so
like
that
a
you
good
can
idea.
have fun, just tiny little things.
Yeah. Gratitude book and a journal
Gratitude and fun journal.
and
Yeah.
fun. All right.
Yeah.
So that's it for today. And
Okay.
we're going to say goodbye. And this next week, I think we're going to be talking about sadness and loneliness together.
That sounds. Yeah. Let's do that.
So until next week, goodbye.
Okay, guys. Bye, everybody.